my Shop My Stash for May 2024. So we're now starting to get kind of into those summery months, those summery colors. I do have products in here that I recently hauled that are new, and some products from Ulta that I'm doing a full face of Ulta Beauty. I'm also going to be doing a Q&A. I did get enough questions to finally do a Q&A, so I'm excited about that. So basically, this Shop My Stash is going to be a mixture of products that I already have existing in my collection, as well as the newer products that I recently hauled that I'm really excited about. So let's go ahead and jump in and get started. If you are new to my channel, new to my Shop My Stash, is the way that I like to do things. I start off with my eyeshadow palettes. I like to pull those out first because then it makes it easier to do, the blushes, lip products, whatever, to match the eyeshadow palettes. But these are the ones that I pulled out last time. So we're going to quickly go through these before we pick out new ones. The first one is the Sweet Talk. This is from ColourPop. This has been one of my favorite spring palettes, but I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm just not excited about this particular palette or this particular color story anymore, but I didn't really use it that much. This shade right here is the one that I love the most. So what I'm thinking about doing is, because I do have a couple of magnetic palettes that I'm wanting to pull some shades out of existing palettes to put in. I think I'm going to declutter, or rather remove this shade to put into that palette, and maybe this one as well. And then the rest of the palette I will declutter eventually. But this was a beloved spring palette for so long. Next we have Lost in Los Angeles from BH Cosmetics, and I freaking love this one. This to me is like just the perfect, gorgeous pastel color story. This shade right here, oh my god, it is so pretty, and this one as well. I love this palette. Then we have our Tartlet palette from, who is it? Tarte. This is your just basic a springtime nude color story, and I love the way that this palette performs. When I just want just a regular everyday spring, nude neutral look, this is the palette that I would pull. It is just gorgeous. It also still smells like cookies. Moving on, we have our Malibu Glitz. This one, I bought this I think 2 years ago, and it reminded me a lot of the ice cream. Is it the ice cream creams palette? Something like that, the one from Glamlight. This shade right here, Sherbet, that is my absolute favorite. And then a couple of the other ones in here. This yellow lemon did not perform whatsoever, and a lot of the other mattes didn't as well. I'm debating if this palette is one that I'm going to keep in my collection. If I decide to pull it, I know this shade, and maybe that one I'm going to pull and put into a magnetic palette, and maybe these over here. These two columns right here, the neutrals, these are absolutely gorgeous. The colorful shades over here, I'm just finding that those are not performing as well as they did when I first got the palette, but I have loved it. I pulled out two Blend Bunny palettes last time, the Sugar and Grunge, absolutely gorgeous. And then the other one was the Dollhouse, which is a really pretty kind of a cool toned nude. Enjoyed both of these. And then the last one was the Petal Perfect for Profusion. I had done a video where I was trying on the Petal Perfect collection. And I gotta say, this is definitely not one of my favorite Profusion palettes. I really love the Artistry portfolio. That's this one right here, which is a portfolio. When you open it, it has eyeshadows, blushes, highlighters, bronzers, everything. That entire one is gorgeous. This one, however, most of the shades in here just did not perform very well. And a lot of these shimmers, they're just very bland. This was a very, very vanilla. I did not enjoy this palette as much as I hoped I would. But that's all the palettes that I picked out for April. I'm going to put these back, and then we can pick out our palettes for May. I already know one palette that I definitely want to pick out. I got it in a Uden's Eye Spring Mystery Box, and it is not the Merry Christmas palette. This one right here, the little ghost palette. Even though usually I would see this as like a Halloween palette, I did get this out of that mystery box. This is one of the collaborations with Angelica Nyquist. I just think this has some really pretty spring tones that I think would be really gorgeous to use going into May, or spring summery tones. These shimmers, they do look absolutely amazing. And that yellow in the corner, really, really hoping that it performs, because this just looks absolutely stunning. I already pictured in my head, some of the looks that I could put together with this palette. Those of you who have been with me for a while, you know that I like to pick 6 palettes so that I have a nice little variety. That is our first palette. And those of you that have been with me for a while, I like to pick 6 so I have a nice variety to play with. Let's see. I think I want to pull out, is it this one? Yeah, the Your Golden from ColourPop. This one just has a nice gorgeous array of like warm tone neutrals, and then you have some brighter shimmers in here, so this will be really, really pretty. I also want to pull out this one right here, and this is the Double X Kombucha palette from Revolution. This has been one of my absolute favorite just warm tone summery palettes. I pull this one out every time during this time of year, but as you can see, there are oranges, there are pinks. The two orangey blushes are absolutely gorgeous. Everything about this palette just screams summer to me. We will probably keep this one out for May and June both. That's 3 palettes. I don't know, is there anything else that I want to pull out over here? There's this one. This is from BH Cosmetics. This is the Nude Ego. I think I'm going to pull this one out too. Even though there are like a lot of more neutrally shades in that ColourPop one, the tones in this one are more cool tone. A lot of the shades and the shimmers are different. So for now, I'll pull this one. I'll see what else I pull, and I may put something back. I think I'm going to also pull out the Tropical Maybe. This one is from BH Cosmetics. I feel like this is just a gorgeous, strawberry lemonade color story. I'm going to pull this one for now. We'll go ahead and move into the drawers, and then I'll see what I might want to pull from there, and I might switch something out. Let me look in my mini palettes first. I haven't pulled anything from my minis in quite some time. We do have this one. This is newer to my collection. This is the Inventing Room Danger Keep Out. This is from the Willy Wonka advent calendar from Makeup Revolution. They have a really gorgeous like chocolate and then gold. I think I'm going to pull this one. This one is actually brand new. I haven't even used it yet. I have my 2 Color Icon palettes from Wet n Wild. I haven't used these in a while. Do I want to pull either one of these? I honestly don't get nearly as much use as my mini palettes as I would like. But no, I don't think I want to pull either one of those. I'm pulling my mini Modern Renaissance from ABH. That's a really pretty like spring going into summer color story. We'll pull this one as well, just kind of see where we end up, because right now I do have a pretty decent amount of palettes out already. Top drawer. Yeah, there's nothing in here that I want. Let's move into our second drawer. I just got this one out of a ColourPop mystery box. This is the On Cloud Blue. But I don't think I'm going to pull that. I definitely want to pull this one. This is the Big Poppy from ColourPop. Gorgeous warm tone oranges. Definitely going to pull this one. And I think I want to pull the Little Ray of Sunshine as well. And usually what I'll do, if I pull the Little Ray of Sunshine, I'll pull this one as well, which is a C3PO palette, because it's a really good companion. I think I'll wait though and pull these out in June, when we're like more kind of deeper into the summer. I'll wait on those. I have my Lust for Dusk from ColourPop. This is a gorgeous summery palette. Ooh, these shades are more though on the spring tone. I don't know why I was thinking there were more like orangey tones in here, but this one is more springtime. See, I don't think I'm going to pull this one. We also have our Limoncello. Please forgive me if this one goes a little bit longer, but I do have a lot of palettes in here that I'm considering. So it may take me a little bit longer to kind of figure it out. But I do have my Limoncello. This is like a perfect summery palette. Lots of gorgeous tones in here. Let me pull this one as well, and we'll just kind of see where we end up. I think that's everything that I'm going to pull from this drawer. Let's look at the bottom drawer. Is there anything in here that I want? Honestly, I think that's it. I don't think I'm going to pull anything else. I'm going to go over to the bed. I'm going to open up all the palettes. I'm just going to lay them next to each other. You guys mentioned in the last video, the last Shop My Stash in April, that you did enjoy me putting the palettes out so you can see the color stories laid out next to each other. It will also make it easier on me to see what I already have out, what the color stories look like together, so I don't have like a bunch of repeating color stories. This palette and this palette, okay, we'll definitely be keeping in. And I'm definitely going to keep in this one and that one. This one and this one. And this one, I'm not sure about. I think this one I'm going to put away and maybe pull this one back out going into the fall. I like the tones in this palette, but I know that I'm more inclined to pull the shades in that one than this one. So we'll put this one back. Then we have the Modern Renaissance. I definitely want to keep this one out too, even though there are oranges in this one up here. You can tell the tones in here are different than that one. So we're going to keep this out. The Modern Renaissance. Pink tones in here. All right, I have shades in this palette, and this one that look exactly like this. So we're just going to go ahead and put this one back. As far as this section, some of the products will be staying out. In fact, a lot of them will. Starting with our powders, I'm going to keep everything here out. We have the e.l.f. Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener Medium Deep. This is going to stay out, as well as the MAC Andy Powder. I think this is supposed to be a dupe for like a Dior or something. The shade is in 020. This is a really nice, like super matte powder right now with it being, we're going spring, summer. I have oily skin and so, I need a little bit more going on in the summer. This will be really, really nice. I've almost used up the translucent Airway Studio Perfect powder, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and keep this one out. And then this one is just the powder I'm using for my under eyes. This is the Airway Studio Puff and Set, and this is the brightening powder. So all of these are going to stay out. My pore vanishing primer, I'm going to put that back. I'm going to keep the poreless primer out only because I'm going to use this along with my trying on a full face of makeup from Ulta Beauty. This primer right here, guys, this is the Mora Complete Facial Mattifying Primer. This stuff is amazing, and especially with this foundation. This is the Ardell Photo Face Matte Foundation. These two together. This combo gave me the most perfect soft matte finish. Super matte, but it wasn't drying. The finish was just so freaking pretty. This shade is in medium 7.0. Unfortunately, I don't think they make this anymore. Ardell used to have makeup products on their website, but when I went to check, all they have now are the lashes and like lash glue and stuff like that. They don't have any of the makeup on there anywhere. And everywhere that I'm seeing that people are selling this, it's for like $11, $12, $13, $20. I paid $1.25 for this at the Dollar Tree. It is an amazing foundation. I love it, but yeah, I'm not going to pay $12 to replace this foundation. But these two together just gave me the most gorgeous, soft matte finish. Just beautiful. I'm going to keep both of these out, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep both of these out. My under eye powder, I keep out at all times. And I'm also just going to keep out my Power Grip Primer. I'll be putting these two foundations back. These are the Flawless Longwear Liquid Foundations from Airway Studio. I mixed both of these shades together. Gorgeous finish. I'm going to put back my One Size Concealer as well as the Cosmic Cowgirl Eyeliner. I honestly don't understand the point of this one. They launched the other one that I used in my Lash Shop My Stash that has like the feather on the handle. They're exactly the same. There's like no difference between these two, so I don't understand why they launched another liner exactly like the other one rather than doing something different. It was okay, but the tip of it was really hard, just like the feather ink liner, and so I had a little bit of difficulty with control, and it was really almost impossible to make like a wing with this liner. It was okay. I'm going to put back my soft base nude eyeshadow primer. I mainly had this one out for the pastel shades. I used up, this is the Airway Studio Slim Brow. I used this one up, so I pulled in this is a new one that was from Beauty Bay, just a slim eyebrow pencil in ebony. I hadn't used it yet. This was brand new, but I've so far been using it, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this one out. As far as my mascaras, we're going to keep in the Stila. This is the Huge Extreme Lash. I've almost used this one up. This one I have used up. This was the Volumizing Mascara from Beauty Intuition. It's not the most amazing mascara, but it is pretty if you're someone that doesn't like a whole lot of volume. It's really nice, and it worked really well with the Stila, but I used this one up. So these are going to go in my empties. And I also used this one up. This is the Candy Moyo Multi-Use Contour Concealer. I use this like all over my face, not just under my eyes, which is why I use it up so quickly. But if you just use this under your eyes, it will last you a while. I got both of these two products I found at the Dollar Tree. Liners. This one is from Why Not. This is the brown liner. I always keep a brown liner out at all times just for like everyday, more like, neutral, natural looks. I've almost used this one up though, so I'm going to have to get a new brown liner soon. And then I keep my Airway Studio Artista liner out at all times. So far, not a whole lot of products going back. As far as the setting sprays, I'm going to keep the ColourPop No Filter out, and I did pull in my Ben Nye Final Seal. This is a super matte setting spray. It's a sealer just like it says. If you're not someone that wants like a heavy duty, my makeup is not going to move all day look, do not get this one, because this one is like super heavy duty, but I've had this one for a while. I do need to use it up, and now with it being in the summertime and I do want my makeup to last like all day, I'm going to go ahead and just keep this out for the full summer. Hopefully we can get this used up. This setting spray, you guys, oh my God. I like the formula itself was nice. It did, help extend to wear my makeup, but the sprayer gets clogged. And so basically I have to kind of spray it from the side and like hold my face at a weird angle just to get the product on my face. And the way that the top is, you can't just unscrew it to clean out the sprayer to get the clog out. It says it's a 16-hour wear. It is not, but it does help to extend the wear of my foundation a little bit. I would not repurchase this though. Now we're going to quickly go through our basket here. I have to admit, I pulled out a lot of products, so I ended up not really using a lot of things. I kind of overpulled this time. I'm going to try to make sure that I don't do that for May. First, we have our 2 camo blushes from e.l.f. These were okay. They were not my favorite. I do feel like, especially the top one, what is this one? This is like something coral. I feel like these were a little bit patchy, and I don't know why they called it camo. You know how brands get when they have one product that's like really popular, so they call everything with that particular name. There's nothing camo about this, so I don't really know the point of why they called it that. It's just a liquid blush. Wasn't super impressed with these, but they were decent. Then we have our 2 kimchi products. I think I'm going to keep out the blush. That's this right here, the Thaler blush. Really pretty soft matte pinks. I mainly used the glowy one the most. I didn't really use this one much, so I'm going to keep this one out. I am going to put back the highlighter, and I'm going to put back my Profusion. This is Best Tea. This is from like that boba tea collection. I really do love this formula. I'm going to put back the Wild Rose. This was from that Petal Perfect collection. It's a really pretty cream blush. It sets down to like a super matte finish, and it sets really quickly, so you have to blend this out like really, really fast. I'm going to put back my Essence Pure Nude blush. This one I pulled in after I finished my Shop My Stash. This is from Believe Beauty. This is their Color Me Cream Blush in Tropical Sunset. This is one of my absolute favorite formulas, but I've had it for so long and I really need to use this up. I'm going to keep this one out for the rest of the summer, and we'll see how much I use. Eventually, I am going to have to declutter this though, because I have had it for a while, but it is a favorite, and I just want to see how much of this I can get used up over the next few months. We're going to put back our Mora Ombre Blush in Mellow Pink. This was really pretty for just soft, everyday looks. And then I'm also going to put back my LIS No Limits Bronzer. This one is in Harmony. Really pretty soft matte. And as you can see, I hit pan on this one. I was very excited about that. We're always excited about hitting pan and like getting products used up. We have my Tinkerbell. This one is Happy Thoughts. Very pretty Super Shock. This one I'm going to keep out. This is from Quebecque. This is a cream bronzer in Orange Pink. As you can see, I have hit pan on this tremendously. I've almost used this up, so I'm just going to keep this out until I finish it. I'm thinking about keeping out the one from Give Beauty. This has been out for 2 Shop My Stashes already. This is the Feelin' Cheeky and Flirty Talk. They're just so freaking pretty, especially this bottom shade. These shades have like a little bit of glow, so they're not like matte or satin matte or anything like that. I'm going to keep this out, put it to the side, see what else I pull, and I may keep this out for another month. May put it back. We'll just have to see where I end up. And then we have my Makeup Revolution face palette. This one is gorgeous. I got this out of an advent calendar. It is absolutely beautiful, but I am going to go ahead and put it back. So this is everything that I'm going to be using for my new trying on haul Ulta Beauty. So all these products are new, except for this one. This is the Poreless Face Primer I just put in here, but we have a foundation, under eye corrector, 2 pencils, a highlighter, concealer, lip product, setting spray, and then we have a blush palette. This is a really pretty, just like spring going into summer palette. So I want to keep these products in mind when I'm pulling some new products to go into my Shop My Stash. All of these are newer products I'm going to be testing out for May. So I don't think I'm going to need to bring out a setting spray since I have this one. I already have some over there. I didn't mention that actually this one needs to go back, but I am going to keep out the no filter and the final seal. So I don't need to get out setting sprays. First thing we're going to pull out is primer. I kept out the mattifying, and I also kept out the Power Grip. Actually, I forgot. I need to put this back too. This is the Flawless Liquid Concealer, so let me put that back real quick. I feel like I'm a little bit all over the place for this particular one is concerned. I do need to pull this out and pull this over here, otherwise I'm not going to be able to see what I'm doing. First thing we're going to pull is an eyeshadow primer. I do have the one that I'm currently working on from ColourPop. It's in my Project Empties, and I went ahead and I put that bronzer from Wet n Wild over here too. I just made it a project panning. So I'm going to pull out the Shadow Stay eyeshadow primer from LA Studio. Now for face primers. I have out the mattifying and the Power Grip. I think I'm going to pull out a second mattifying primer, and it's going to be this one. This is from Ang the Color. This is a really, really good matte primer, and I'm definitely going to need a fantastic matte primer as we're going, into those summer hot months. I need something for my pores, and I'm going to pull out this one. I haven't used this one in a while. This is the LA Studio Pore Filling Primer, so we'll pull this one. And I think that's going to be it. Yeah, for primers, that's it. I don't need to pull out any powders because I already have some out, so we're good there. Now, foundations. I did pull out 2 concealers. What do I want to pull out? I pull out something I haven't used in a while. We're going to pull out our Best Skin Ever from Sephora. And then I'm going to pull out, this is the LA Colors Ultimate Cover Concealer. I think I'm going to pull that one. Let me look over here real quick. Actually, I'm going to pull this one from It Cosmetics. This is the Bye Bye Dark Spots. We're going to try this one again. Still debating whether or not I want to keep this in my collection. As far as foundation, I want to pull in this one. This is the More Complete Soft Matte Foundation. It's a gorgeous finish. I've only used it a couple of times. I used it in trying on more, and I really haven't had a chance to use it again. So I want to pull this one. Moving into face palettes. Do I want to pull anything out of here? Maybe my Moon Prism? No, we're not going to pull that. I don't think I'm going to pull anything from the face palette drawer this time. I could pull my Bellini. I actually didn't pull this one out for the springtime. I'm really shocked that I didn't. This is, oh my god, these tones are absolutely gorgeous, but I'm not going to pull that one. You know what? I will pull my Black Widow ColourPop Collaboration Face Palette. I really love the products in here. We have a blush, highlighter, and bronzer. The highlighter is okay, but mainly it's the blush and the bronzer that I freaking love out of this palette. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this. The first thing that we need to pull over here is, actually I'm going to pull a liner because I only have the one liner, the Artista. So I want to pull in one liner. And what do I want to pull in? I think I'm going to pull in this one. This is the Mora Micro Tip Liquid Liner. So we'll pull this one in. And then I also want to pull in a mascara since I did use one up. I am going to pull in 2 though. And the reason is because I want to try this one out. This is newer to my collection. I just hauled this. This is the Revolution 5D Whip Lift Waterproof Mascara. I haven't used a waterproof mascara in a while, so I want to try this one. And then coming in, just to kind of add into it, I'm going to pull back in the one from Beauty Creations. This is just their volumizing mascara because it's already open, and I'm trying not to open a bunch of new mascaras. None of these have been opened yet, so we're going to try to work through this one first. Keeping out my brow pencil, so I don't need that. All right, moving into highlighters. With this being going into the summer months, I do like, warmer, more bronzy blushes or highlighters, rather formulas. So the first I'm going to pull in is from Beauty Bay. This is Aura. This is a really pretty ombre. I love this formula. So we're going to pull this one. I think I want to pull this one as well. This is the Tasty Peach from Revolution. You have a nice champagne gold and a peachy gold in here. I think I'm actually going to be pulling in like multiple highlighters just because, of what we're doing. And I'm going to pull in, this is the Shimmer Highlighting Powder from e.l.f. I love this one. This one is in Topaz Glow. It's not like a super bright highlighter. It's more like, a shimmering powder as the name suggests. But this is gorgeous. It gives me this gorgeous bronzy glow in the summer. I love this one. And I think that's going to be it. Everything else I think is cooler, lighter in tone. I do have this one from Juvia's Place. This one is gorgeous, but I did recently pull this in a recent Shop My Stash. I think I am going to pull this one now. This was from a holiday collection with Kiko Milano. A Holiday Fable Divine Glow Highlighter in Enigmatic Bronze. This is a gorgeous, like coppery kind of bronzy glow. I'll pull this one in. Then I want to pull in a cream bronzer. I think I'll pull this one in. This is from Ardell. This is the Attitude Adjuster Drops. I'll pull this one in. And as far as bronzers, I have some new ones that I'm really, really excited to try out. The first one is this one from Juvia's Place. This is a cream bronzer. This one is in Bronzed Caramel. I have used this one once, and so far I'm loving it. The tone of this one is absolutely perfect on me. It blends beautifully, and it's just, oh my god, it's so pretty. As far as powder bronzer, I'm also going to pull in my other new one from Juvia's Place. This is the Bronzed Powder Bronzer in Tan. I've also used this one once. The shade that I use is on the bottom, and this is the perfect summery bronzy glow. I freaking love this formula, and it just blends out like a dream. Now, I do want to go ahead and pull in one more powder just so that I have something that's an older formula. I am working through that one from Quebest that I got off of Temu that I've almost used up as far as a cream bronzer, but I do want to bring this one in. This is the Bronze Noisette from Viseart. It'd be nice to see if I can eventually hit pan on this one as well. That is it for bronzers. Now let's do blushes. And with blushes, this is always where, you know, it's the hardest because I love blush and I want to pull in everything and I usually end up over pulling. So I'm going to try not to do that this time. For sure, I want to pull on this one. This is the Precious Mineral Blush from Starry. This is actually brand new to my collection, Natural Glow. I have not used this yet. I loved this one so much that last one was at the Dollar Tree, or when I was at the Dollar Tree and I saw this one, I just went ahead and grabbed this one as well. And since I'm pulling this one, I am going to go ahead and put this one back from Give Beauty because, as you can see, the shade in here is very similar to this one, so I don't think I need to have this one out. I really like having more orangey, you know, peachier type tones during this time of year that really just give me that warm summer bronzy glow. And not Fever, but Magma. This one is a gorgeous summer shade. This one just looks like you've just been touched by the sun, slightly glowy. Gonna pull this one. I have to be careful because I will pull all the orange blushes if I let myself. I'm gonna pull this one out from Winky Lux. Have I recently pulled this one? I don't think I have. At least I don't remember. But this is an ombre. I kind of want to test this out a little bit more. Right now, I have a lot of kind of orangey blushes. I don't have a lot of pinks, so this would be a good one to pull out. Like I said, I'm really trying not to over pull. I want to pull out one more powder, Orange Sunny from Owenseye. This one is just that perfect, warm, toasty orange. I love to pull this one out this time of year. I do have those orange shades that are in the Kombucha palette, but you guys know me. I like to have options. Now for creams. My God, I have so many that I want to pull. First and foremost, we're going to pull from Danessa Myris. This is the Yummy Skin in Golden Hour. So I'm going to pull this. I definitely want to pull, it's a newer one to my collection that I haven't actually used yet that I got in that Petal Perfect collection from Profusion. It's this one in Pretty Poppy. That's going to be gorgeous. This one I just got out of the mystery box from ColourPop. This is the Snitchery Blush Sticks in... You guys, I don't even see the shade name on the packaging. There's a really pretty peachy orange though, so I definitely want to try this one. And I'm going to pull one of these. If you can see them, these are the Color Flush liquid blushes from AOE Studio. I just don't use these nearly enough. I have 3 shades. This one is more pink. I'll pull this one, which is in Redwood. I think it's going to be all of the blushes that I'm going to pull. So this is all of my blush laid out. You guys seem to enjoy me doing this in the last Shop My Stash. And I think I did pretty good. None of these are the same. They're all slightly different tones. So I think we did good. I don't think I overpulled. I will see myself using all of these. So now I think that's it. Yeah, I think that we have pulled everything. I don't pull lips in my Shop My Stashes anymore because I usually just end up like just picking out whatever works for me for any particular look. But that is everything as far as pulling the products. So I'm going to go ahead and organize, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like when I'm done. I organized everything as best as I could. Everything did not fit in here. It does look like I overpulled, but I didn't. I just have like multiples of like certain things because a lot of the products are new and I'm testing them out. I did have to move some of those face products over here, like at the kimchi blush, the Tasty Peach. I had to move that over here, and also the Ardell because I just didn't fit over there. But I think everything is looking good. Don't forget, I do have the trying on Ulta Beauty, and I do have a Get Ready With Me coming up, so I'm excited about that, but that's going to be it for this Shop My Stash. It may have been a little long. If it was, I do apologize. Hopefully the one for June won't be as long and a little bit easier for me to pull products. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Really does help with getting my videos into recommendations. If you're new to my channel, you have not already subscribed, I would love it if you would consider joining my little family and hitting subscribe. Make sure you tap the bell so you don't miss a thing. And you can also follow me on my other socials. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.